Hey guys, so I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and this is basically how to take a look from day to night. Okay, so this is the night look, of course, and I'm using all Drugstore products. This is something that I do a lot if I know I'm going to be at work for a while, but I have plans after work. I can't come back home because I do live about 30-40 minutes away from where I actually work. So I want to go out after work, bring a couple of my key products. So here is how I do it, and like the title says, this is all affordable drugstore products. So hopefully you enjoy, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Alright guys, so to start, I'm priming with Rimmel Stay Matte. Y'all know this is on my empties, so I need to finish it. Next, I'm priming my eyeballs with Milani's eyeshadow primer. I'm going in with two eyebrow pencils, one from Maybelline, the other one from L'Oreal. I did not care for either of these, but I have them in my stash and they're drugstore, so I decided to use them. The one that's on screen now is just super dark. I'm carving out my brows with Iman's stick foundation in clay 2 or 3, something like that. And I'm just going through and doing my regular carve out. Next, I'm using one of Wet n Wild's new palettes. I'll have it linked below. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'm going in with the orange transition shade, and I'm just buffing that into the crease, or blending that into the crease with a very fluffy blending brush. And then I'm taking the white or the cream transition shade, and I'm putting that on my lid. Since this is a day look, I want it to be very kind of neutral and not so harsh appealing, if that makes sense. Taking my same blending brush and just buffing out the edges of that cream shade to make sure that everything looks nice and seamless. Next, I'm going in with the dark brown shade of this palette, and I'm just touching that to the corners just to add a tiny bit of definition, just to give the eyes just a little bit more shape. Then taking that same fluffy blending brush and just blending that out and together. For my foundation, I'm going to use Maybelline Matte Poreless. I love this foundation because you can either put it down one layer and have that be your medium coverage, or go to 2 or 3 layers depending on how much hyperpigmentation you have or acne scars, and you can have full coverage. If I know I'm going to do a day to night look, I will do a full coverage foundation base to begin the day with, just because I know that I don't want to have to reapply foundation, because I'm going to set and all that stuff. Okay, for my concealers, I'm using Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Concealer. I'm using 2 different shades because one shade is way too light, one shade is my skin color, and this way I can have a nice highlight without looking ghostly. Next, to set my under eyes, I'm going with Maybelline's Fit Me powder in medium deep. I love this powder. It is such an awesome drugstore powder, and I'm just setting my highlighted areas with that. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with Maybelline's Fit Me pressed powder. Even though I don't care to use pressed powders to set all over, it is what I had. And y'all already know, CoverGirl Queen Collection Ebony Bronzer, best drugstore bronzer out there. I'm just taking that in all the usual places. And for blush, I'm using Black Radiance's Toasted Almond. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blush, especially on deep skin. For mascara, I'm using L'Oreal Voluminous Waterproof. And I'm lining my lips with NYX Nude Truffle. And I'm using a Milani Amore Matte lipstick. I do not remember the shade. It'll be in the description box. And of course, the set, you want to make sure it actually lasts. I'm using Make It Last by Milani. And yeah guys, so here is the daytime work appropriate type look. Very neutral, very kind of chill makeup. Alright, so let's get into the nighttime. Of course, at night you want to smoke it out. So I'm going back in with that deep brown color, and I'm taking it right on my outer V, and I'm really putting it down. I'm using a brush that comes to, a crease brush that comes to a bit of a point, and I'm making sure that I get that brown really well on my outer V. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and blend that brown out. Then I'm going in with this rose gold color, and I'm going to use that and place it directly on top of the cream color. The beauty of using a cream color for your daytime look is that it takes building very well. So me putting that rose gold on top really did, it took it very well. My inner corner, I'm using one of the shimmery cream colors that they have in the palette, just to bring some light to that part of my face. Then I'm taking the dark brown and bringing it along my lower lash line. And I'm using a Wet n Wild Megalast pencil to line my waterline. And for a cat liner, God, I can't talk, winged liner, I'm using Jordana's cat eye liner. Y'all know I love a wing. I rarely do a full beat without a wing, and I also rarely do a full beat without lashes, and my favorite pairs of lashes are Kiss number 11s. You can get them in the drugstore. I used to see them at drugstores all the time. Now I don't see them as much, but it is a drugstore brand. Then I'm going in with the Iman Trio. I'm going to be using all three shades. The first shade I'm using is going to be that dark brown shade, and I'm using that to carve out my cheeks even more. It's going to act as a contour, even though that this is a bronzer trio, okay? Then I'm coming in with the two highlighting shades, I mix those together with my brush, and I'm just placing those on the high points of my cheek. Next, I'm lining my lips with a deep purple from NYX. And again, using a Milani gloss, totally cannot remember the name. It will be down in the description box. Okay, so yeah guys, that's how to take a look from day to night. Biggest things are, if you know that you're going to need to go from day to night, bring a palette or something that you know you can smoke a look out with, because nothing's easier than adding a bit of smoke on the edges of your eyes, and bring a poppin' lip. Okay, oh, here is me with my contour palette from Black Radiance, and I'm just snatching my nose a bit. But yeah, so bring a poppin' lip, a palette to smoke out your outer corners, and you're good. Set it with a setting spray, and we are good to go. Alright guys, so that is your night look. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped someone. And yeah, I will talk to y'all. I'm waiting for my wave. Laters. Bye.